little bit about myself. I'm an ex-myfer. I have been part of this myfer for a pretty long time. Been part of the BPS, volunteering, running around, making things work for the children, and every damn thing sort of possible. Okay. And very recently I just returned from work. Yes, what do I do? Most of you do know what I do, but for those of you who do not know me, I'm a navigating officer in the Merchant Navy. I've just come back on leave. I'm here for the rest of the year. And the reason I'm standing in front of you here today is because there's something I experienced out at sea. It's probably a place where none of you are ever going to go. Okay? There's only the brave go to sea, but there's nothing like that. Okay? There's literally nothing like that. It was an option, it was a choice for me to be out there. And just before I start, I just want to ask you, what is faith? Okay, I want an answer, please. What is faith? Anyone? Trust. Is that blind trust or just trust?
Blind trust.
What is blind trust? You close your eyes and I trust this guy. This guy actually. Sorry.
Trusting without any particular reason.
Trusting without any particular reason. Okay, so just to back you up right there, if I'm riding my bike out and I'm just telling my mom I'm going to the shop, yeah, and I trust the fact that she's going to take care of me and don't wear my helmet and go, and there you go, boom, the next day I'm in a hospital bed. God forbid that happens. But, so that's trust again. Or what's happening there? There's something missing. Believing.
It's a trust that he will do the right thing. He will do the right thing.
Okay.
It's not wrong. He will not do the wrong thing. Faith matlab, trust matlab tell somebody.
Okay.
Trust it. You tell somebody it's a wrong thing, and you have faith in him, what to do.
Okay. I had met Prasanna about 2 days before I am actually standing here, and I shared with him that I wanted to come down to the MWAF and speak to you guys. And he was like, no, you have to come. And I was trying to be a little, I had to choose my words like really right to, focus on what faith is. And why is it that I'm talking about faith today? Alright, so like I just told you, I'm part of the Merchant Navy. A lot of people do not know what the Merchant Navy is. We're just very highly paid drivers. Okay? That is our job, just we go through some very difficult exams to become a driver. It's just not like going to the RTA and getting a license. Okay? We carry a lot of cargo with us. This is not a cruise liner. Those of you who do not know what a Merchant Navy ship looks like, just double the size of a cruise liner, and that's what, and just remove the accommodation from there, Just have this cargo being carried everywhere around. Alright? I have sailed in almost every ocean possible, except for the Pacific. I've been dying to go there, but I don't know why I can't go there. So, the roughest part of my voyage has been in the South China Sea. This is right next to Hong Kong. This is Thailand, Vietnam and Hong Kong. That's where the South China Sea starts. And it is rough throughout the year. When I mean rough, is just what you see in a movie probably. A storm, a boat tossing around in the ocean sort of thing. And believe me, when it is nature at its best, no matter how big your ship is, you're still going to be rocking around. Okay? And this happened in the month of April, end of April, early May, and I do my duty from 8 to 12 in the morning, and again 8 to 12 at night. Now you don't wonder what am I doing at night. Right? My job is to navigate the ship, while 23 other people are sleeping peacefully in their cabins, thinking that I'm doing my job there. Okay, so they have faith in my job, that I'm actually doing my job, whereas I'm just making my cup of coffee and drinking around and walking around the place. Okay. Now, we had a crew member who had a suicidal tendency. He had the tendency to jump overboard. Okay. So 2 days before the actual incident happened, we actually stopped him, convinced him, okay, you know what, it's not worth it. People at home are waiting for you. Another 5 days, you're going to be going home. I'm going to send you on the best flight possible, straight to Cape Town. And this guy from Cape Town, I sailed with 24 people, 23 of them, okay, 24 including myself, 23 were, 14 were South Africans, 2 Britishers, 1 Ukrainian, Romanian. I mean, I've sailed with the likes, and there were 4 Indians as well. Okay, but I never got along with the Indians. I don't know why. I never did. I was very happy with the South Africans and the captain and the way they speak and cheers mate and those sort of things they speak, and it made you feel comfortable. But when this kid, he was just found wanting to, sitting and crying and looking over the railing and trying to just jump overboard right where the propeller is, you're going to be into bits and pieces. Probably they won't even get a DNA off yourself, if you jump over there. You will get nothing. You will be minced meat right there. And we sort of convinced him. He was like, all right, I'm fine, I'm doing okay. He was fine for the next 2 days. We were all on high alert, just in case something goes wrong, emergency duties, and navigation being my primary job, safety being my secondary job. Right? I am in charge. My designation, the second officer's designation, is to prepare the rescue boat in case of an emergency, launch it, get into it, okay, wear your life jacket and go and rescue whoever it is. And I was just praying it never happened. Because this is something no one wants to see. No one wants it at all. Okay? And what happened was that 2 days later, when I was off my watch, I was just getting done, had my last cup of coffee. I don't know, coffee is supposed to keep us awake, but it puts me to sleep actually. So I was having my last cup of coffee and I was just waiting, all right, the next guy is going to come in, next 4 hours are his. Let him just take over, hand over, everything done, and I was gone. I left the bridge, I went down to my cabin, I took my rounds, made sure there are no smoke detectors going off and things like that. And then I have a duty personnel who's with me, who's constantly having to look out. He's keeping a check on things. If I switch off all the lights over here and you only have the screen on, okay, and suddenly I ask you to, okay, let me work like that, you will see this white screen over there. Okay, your eyes will not focus, your eyes will not adjust to the darkness. Okay, so which is the reason why we have one person who's always looking out. Okay, we as officers are behind the equipment, the radar, and blah blah blah. So those sort of things were happening, and I just told him, alright, just do a quick check and give me a shout. If you got anything, just let me know. 12:30 at night, I was just preparing to go to bed. I was just preparing to sleep, and then the general alarm goes off on the ship. That means we have an emergency. Everyone rushes to something called a muster station as an emergency call point, sort of thing where everyone counts. If you do a head count 1, 2, 3, 4, everyone's there. My job is to go on the bridge because I start carrying out communications. People who watch movies, Mayday, 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 ship sinking, SOS and all that jazz. Yeah, that's my job. I got to do all that. Okay? And as much as I'm making it sound really interesting, it's not. Alright, so that alarm went off. I was up on the bridge, and my job was to carry out the communications with ships in a 40-mile radius. Okay, 40 miles is huge distance, like 18 miles basically. And when I was there, the person who was supposed to go and carry out the rescue, he comes up to the bridge, tells the captain, Captain Sam has been just testing the engines pretty often, why don't we send him to perform the rescue? And I was shocked. I was shocked out of my skull. I went wearing my track pants sleeveless. I just ran over, what the bloody hell just happened, I just went, Captain, what happened? Okay, guy jumped overboard and this and that. And before I could get all the details as to when did this happen, was it during the transition period between my watch and the other guy's duty, as we were handing over, probably just missed it out of the mind, that someone is there and he's got this tendency. This kid, 22 years old, okay, from Cape Town, I've never met him in my life, okay, and I stayed with him for a month, max, and I met him only for dinner. Dinner was at 5:30, we used to really feel hungry at that time. And this guy got into the water. The ship is moving at about 44 kilometers per hour. That's a converted unit of measurement. And at that speed, when something falls in the water, you are a speck. You are like a speck. It's like, if you look at a shoelace, the end of a shoelace, from the ship being me, there's a shoelace. That's how a person looks like in the water. Lost, gone. You have no clue where he is. You drop all your markers in the water. You've got a lot of electronics, a lot of equipment, high-tech stuff. You just push a button, okay, there's a marker there. You're going to get the ship around to that place and start searching and all. And then that's what the chief officer said. They're like, Captain, Sam has been testing out the engines. Why don't you just send him? Why don't you just send him to do the rescue? And Captain said, alright, fine, Sam, just get ready. Just go down, change into your working suit and go for the rescue. And I was like, what? This is not my job. I mean, I couldn't say it out loud, but I was like, this is not I'm not supposed to do this. Why me, man? Why not someone else? Why can't the other guy do it? There are 22 other people, just send anyone else. And I'm like, quick, rush, we're wasting time, every minute we're standing and talking, wasting time. I run down to my cabin. And what I actually thought was, I'm going to actually refer to the Bible, give me some confidence, give me some strength. Lord, I need you at this time, okay? Just a brief background on how me and the Bible are related on the ship. I reach my cabin, I join the ship. Good morning, Captain, I'm here to take over. I take out my Bible, keep it on the side of my bed, okay? And then 5 months later, when I'm ready to go, I just pick it up from there, put it in my bag, and I'm gone. Because that is how hectic life is there. I do not blame it on hectic, I just blame it on myself because I had never found the time to read my Bible. At that point in time when I needed to look up the reference, I could not look up Psalm 23. It never struck me. The Lord is my shepherd. Didn't strike me. I was in a frame of mind, I need to be out there as soon as possible. I was like, okay, just getting my uniform out, getting my shoes in, getting everything ready. Took out the Bible, flipping, what should I read, what should I read, what should I read? Nothing came to my mind. At that point in time, how would you feel? I do not know what to read. I cannot call mom and mom, can you give me a psalm please quick? I need to know. Proverbs, something, just give me a shout, someone, something. WhatsApp was running through the day, but if I said to WhatsApp over there and someone's life is at stake over there, like okay, yeah, so just wait for a message now. I cannot keep doing that, right? And I just waited. Till the time I got knocked on my door, are you ready? And when I got the knock, I know I'm not ready. Well, I was like, why do I have to go through this? So I just said a small prayer, and that was the first time in my last 5 months at sea that I went down on my knees and I prayed. And I said, God, if you're sending me out there, make sure I come back with this guy and I do not come back empty-handed. And that was my only fear. That is what gripped me completely, and that would have probably not made me do my job. Alright? So what exactly happened was, I just wore my uniform and kind of carried my uniform because I was wear it and probably come and tell you, give you a little excitement on the whole thing, but really no. We went out there, we launched the boat, got into the water, zipped back 24, 25 miles off. Till the time I lost track of the ship. And the ship was turning around and coming back, but I didn't know where it was. So I was on something called a high frequency radio, and I was calling the captain and telling me which way I'm supposed to go, following the compass and doing that old school navigation with the stars and all that jazz. I was trying to do that, but to no avail. And within minutes, I was in pitch darkness, in a boat, crossing around the ocean, with 2 other crew members to perform the rescue with me. And I was just looking around, where I was supposed to go. I switch up the lights in front of you today, I give you a flashlight, and all you see is open sky around you. Which way do you know is north or south, east, west? How am I supposed to go? Where do you go? How do I trace my steps back? I had no clue. And I was like, okay, so we were supposed to go on this degree heading, and okay, let me just continue going like that. And finally got into some radio coverage with another ship, got in touch with them, can you tell me they had a man overboard here, this. We kept on going, 30 miles off, finished 1 fuel tank, changed it to another fuel tank, kept on going, nothing. And that was the time when we were all starting to break down, because we could not find this kid who just jumped overboard thinking it was fun or whatever it was. Gone there, and then my engineer tells me, Sam, we're running out of fuel, we've just got enough to go back to the ship. I said, no, let's just do a couple of miles more. Just a couple of miles more. And for me, that couple of miles probably meant going to the North Pole and getting him, but just have the faith to, Lord, do not disappoint me today. I need to get this guy back. And by the time we were just ready to turn the ship around, we were flashing a lot of these focus lights and everything. And the light fell, reflected off this guy's watch. He was in the water, probably full of water, and you're just floating, managing to stay afloat or whatever. Banned the light, and someone just thought, he's there, turn around, go that side, probably a mile off, reached, found this guy there in water, got the boat around, picked him up, got him on the boat, and revived him right there. Okay? But when I say revival, I did not kneel down and start praying, God, save him. We've been taught medical first aid, alright, CPR, whatever, pump his heart, get the water out, everything. Saved this guy, got back to the ship, went up on the ship, captain's deck. Now, praise and got bitten, I was fine. And this rescue operation took place from 12 to 6:30 in the morning. So pitch darkness is when we carried out our rescue operations. We had other people performing rescue as well with us. From different ships we had rescue boats coming in. But the main job was ours because we were there to, he was our guy. He is a friend of ours. I mean, I have never met him before, but I have to save him now. So, what I'm trying to come down to is, I probably will be the worst example if it comes to read the Bible. Alright? But what I went with was a word of prayer that lasted me probably about a minute and a half. Okay? And have that faith, just when you are losing hope, have that faith, something will just happen. Something will work in your favor. Alright? And believe, trust. These words go with faith. Faith in Jesus will get you where you want to go. Or He will take you, rather. Okay? But if you do not put it out to Him, He's not going to come and help you. Okay? If you fall down, no one's going to come and give you a hand unless you give your hand to, you want to get out of it. Okay? You want to get out of the pit or something, you're down, someone help me, raise out a hand, someone's going to come and pull you out. That someone is going to be Jesus to pull you out of that problem, irrespective of where you are. Okay? Probably for that kid over there who was in the water, I must have been playing the role of Jesus, but I didn't. Okay? I pulled him out of the water. Jesus put us back on the ship. Okay? And in about 2 hours time I was back on duty. And Captain was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm fine, thank you. But that is where faith is. Have faith, believe it's going to work. Okay? This is probably the best thing that's happened to me. It's not the best, the worst thing, but in a way it was good for me because faith has brought me closer to the fact that, okay, that is when I realized, okay, I should start reading the Bible now because I couldn't open a reference. And that is bad. Alright? So guys, just take it easy, okay? Have faith, keep the faith as the song goes, keep the faith, and just when you're losing it, just when you're breaking it, like, I can't do this anymore. Just another 5 seconds extra, you can give that to Jesus. He's going to give you a solution right there. And that's what's going to help you. Alright? Just a nice time sharing with you guys. I hope it helps you. And God bless. Thank you.